What is going on, YouTube? It is your girl Ray, and welcome back. On today's video, we are going to be watching something very interesting about a boy who died and came back. And his message is that we don't have enough time, and that Jesus sent him a message, this young boy. So big ups and shout out to Eternity, who is the original content creator and uploader of this video, and big ups and shout out to the Ray's World gang. This video is for entertainment purposes only. Now, without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
Jesus is alive. Jesus is real. He walked this earth. He is in heaven right now, interceding for you and for me.
Landon Whitley, a young boy, miraculously woke from a near-death experience carrying a chilling message from Jesus. In 1997, on a seemingly normal Sunday, when Landon and his parents were blindsided by an ambulance, leading to a catastrophic crash that would change their lives forever. In the chaos of twisted, Landon pulled from the wreckage only to face the brink of death, not once, but 3 times. What bone-chilling message did he bring back from beyond? Join us to uncover the dark secrets of Landon's afterlife encounter. Otherworldly encounter. Surviving a terrible accident, he returned with a big mission. But what did he see in the other world, and who did he meet? On a calm Sunday afternoon, October 19th, 1997, the Whitley family was driving home from church in their Pontiac Sunfire. Landon, just a child then, was sitting in the back with his parents, Julie and Andy. It was an ordinary Sunday drive until disaster struck. Julie clearly remembers the moments before the accident. Her husband Andy tried to warn her, but his words got lost in the chaos. Suddenly, confusion and panic hit when an ambulance ran through the intersection and crashed into their car. The crash was severe. Both of Landon's parents were badly hurt, and sadly, Andy didn't survive. Julie was left with her deep sorrow and the huge task of helping Landon recover. While they were at the intersection on Mint Hill, another terrible blow came when a rescue vehicle, not on an emergency call, hit their car from the side. This second crash turned Landon's world upside down again. Rescuers had a hard time finding Landon in the wreckage. When they finally found him, he wasn't responsive.
Hold on. I gotta make sure I heard that correctly. Am I tripping it? Did he say the second crash, bro?
Section on Mint Hill, another terrible blow came when a rescue vehicle, not on an emergency call, hit their car from the side. This second crash turned Landon's world upside down again. Rescuers had a hard time finding Landon in the wreckage. When they finally found him, he wasn't responsive. Immediate life-saving efforts started, and he was flown to get urgent medical care. But Landon's struggle was far from over. That day, his life was in great danger. He lost consciousness multiple times, once at the crash scene, again while being rushed to Carolina's medical center, and a third time at the hospital. At just 8 years old, Landon had amazing experiences. During the times he was unconscious, he thought he was in heaven. He talked about seeing golden streets and meeting figures like Jesus, angels, his deceased father, and 2 relatives he never knew before. These deep encounters left a big mark on him, sparking a lifelong curiosity about life, death, and what lies beyond. But this wasn't the most surprising part. Now an adult, Landon still thinks about those moments with wonder. The accident was not just a tragic event. It gave him a glimpse into something much bigger than himself. It strengthened his faith and gave him a sense of peace, showing him that there is more to life than what we see. Despite the grim prognosis from doctors, who warned Julie, Landon's mother, about the severe extent of his injuries, she was prepared to face any outcome. They said he might never regain full cognitive abilities and could remain like an 8-year-old, unable to walk, talk, or feed himself due to significant brain damage. Faced with this possibility, Julie held on to hope, ready to accept whatever condition Landon might be in, for he was all she had left. Julie's unwavering love for Landon guided her through these dark times. Her maternal instincts kicked into high gear, and she resolved to do whatever was necessary to ensure her son's survival, even if it meant caring for him in
Excuse me.
a severely compromised state. Her resolve never wavered. She was determined to fight for her son's future, no matter what it might hold. Julie was overwhelmed with emotions at her husband's funeral. She felt angry and confused towards God, wondering why such a tragic event happened to her family. She questioned why they weren't protected when they needed it the most. Despite her deep sorrow, she prayed hard for her son Landon's recovery, testing her faith. In her sadness, Julie found some comfort in believing that God was still listening. She thought that despite everything, he hadn't abandoned her or her son. Her journey through grief was full of doubt and sadness, but also resilience and determination.
This is of great importance for y'all to know this, because it lets you know, like, no matter what happens in life, God is still with you. Some unforeseen bad things happen to good people too. Okay? Like it does. And to know that God is still with you through it all, that's a different type of strength, like, that you have to have. To not, I feel like a lot of people blame God, like she did. You blame God for these things happening to you. Like, why is this happening to me? I've been there. I've done it. Thank God. Just me even saying that, it just makes me feel like ugly inside, because I know that God doesn't want bad things to happen to us. But look at what world we live in. Things happen, accidents happen, and then things intentionally happen from terrible people who prey on good people, who prey on people in general. So, like, no matter what you go through in life, you have to understand that God is with you. He is not against you. He does not want these things to happen for you. And yes, people are like, oh yeah, well, we can stop it. We can, like, he can stop these things from happening, from occurring. Then it wouldn't be free will, because we wouldn't be able to make decisions. A part of free will is us making decisions for ourselves. So, like, whoever that person who was in the car that ran into them or whatever, that person wouldn't have free will to have done it, but then we would all be serving God forcefully. Like, it ties in. Like, I may not be, forgive me if I'm not explaining it correctly, but free will is the ability to do good and bad things. To, like, it's the ability to make a choice for ourselves, if that makes sense. So, like, if God stepped in wholeheartedly, we wouldn't be able to have experience, to be strong, to, like, go through things. Everything on this world is temporary. Like, you see, the boy said when he went to heaven, his father was there. His father's up there. Yes, it's gonna be painful down here, and you're gonna grieve and miss that person. But if you're living righteously and you're doing things right, you will see that person again. And I know it's easier said than done. I've never been through anything like this, but you just have to stand fast in the faith. I've had other trials and tribulations that I have gone through personally, to where, like, I couldn't believe that I'm here today, to be honest with you. So, like, you don't have to compare stories to be like, oh, you don't understand what that's like. But I do understand grief and pain and sorrow. I do understand. So just understand that God is with you through all things. Like, don't give up on your faith, because what cards life deals you. Please do not do that. That is the worst thing that you can do. The best thing that you can do is go to him, because he has all the answers, and he will figure it out for you. He will figure it out for you. Just remember that.
Julie might never fully understand why her husband died, or why her son miraculously survived, but she stayed strong in her belief that love and faith can overcome even the darkest times. But this wasn't the most challenging part. Landon, after a severe head injury and being unconscious for weeks on life support machines, miraculously woke up. Julie saw this as an answer to her prayers. Amazingly, tests showed that he had no brain damage. Amidst the joy of her son waking up, Julie faced the tough task of telling him that his father had passed away. Landon was covered in scars and bandages, and she dreaded causing him more pain. It was a delicate balance for Julie, dealing with her relief at Landon's recovery while handling the pain of their loss. In a tender moment, Julie asked Landon if he knew where his father was. Landon replied that he had seen his father in heaven, but his revelations didn't stop there. He also mentioned seeing other family members and even siblings he had never known about. Surprised, Julie listened as Landon explained that he had seen her other two children who she had lost to miscarriages, something she had never told him. Landon's experiences in heaven seemed to give him knowledge beyond his years. Each time Landon faced death, he saw different heavenly visions. During his third near-death experience, he said Jesus visited him, giving him a message and a purpose. Jesus told him to return to earth, live a good Christian life, and spread the word about his reality. Landon took this mission seriously, feeling a responsibility to tell others about Jesus, angels, and the afterlife. But the story doesn't end there. Landon and Julie decided to share their experiences to bring hope to others dealing with loss. Reflecting on their journey, Julie came to believe that angels had been protecting them and that they were living out God's plan. Instead of staying stuck in grief, they used their story to help others keep their faith during tough times. Despite the severe injuries Landon had, including 23 metal plates in his head, a reconstructed nose, and loss of vision in one eye, he leads a mostly normal life today. His survival shows human resilience and spirit. His story highlights courage, strength, and the power of love to overcome big challenges. Julie believes their experiences send a bigger message to Christians around the world about the importance of living a holy life, praying for those who are lost, and actively sharing faith. Their lives are guided by the teachings of the Bible, showing how to live and spread God's word, reinforcing the message of Jesus Christ's teachings.
Listen, and I'm sorry, I mean, I didn't talk this much in this video, but I'm just saying, if somebody like this family could still believe in God, why can't you? For the people who don't really care for the Lord, why can't you? Like they said, angels was protecting them. It could have been demons, the ones that was trying to take them out because of this message was going to be given. Because this probably didn't even need to happen. He could have had went to sleep and had this vision. You know what I mean? But God knew that he had instructions for him. And if he knows, sometimes the devil and them, they know too of the assignment. And probably was trying to stop the assignment and kill him so that he never even had and unalive him. I got to get used to saying that. Unalive him so, excuse me, the vision would never be spread at all. At all. So the vision probably was going to be given anyway. And they probably tried to take him out. So it didn't. So it doesn't show courage. So it doesn't show great faith. So it doesn't show perseverance. This family literally lives changed that day. And they went through trials and tribulations because that's where you find strength. That's where God bestows the most powerful strength inside of you, is when you are down, when you are weak, when you feel like you can't. He does it for you. He literally takes over and gives you so much love and gives you so much just attention. But we got to listen, and we have to have faith that he is that he can hear us. I feel like a lot of people feel like when people go to God after something catastrophic that they're idiots, or that they're, oh my gosh, I can't believe, yeah, what have God done for me lately? Stop always looking. People got to stop looking for God to do something. He's already doing. He's going to do regardless. All he asks you to do is believe, and he'll take care of everything else. He's not. People be looking at God like he's some type of genie. He's not that. He's way more than that. Don't box him into that freaking small, minuscule name. He's everything. And if you know that, if you knew better, you do better. That's what if you knew better, you would do better. And you would have the most beautiful access to the Lord ever. Look, I'm going through this Bell's palsy. It's been times I was freaking pissed. Not pissed at God, but just like, God, please take this away from me. But I'm gaining strength and knowledge and not letting this take me down. I still go to work every day. I'm still doing my streaming. I'm not letting this Bell's palsy just change and alter the way that I feel about my faith in my Father. Sometimes it is hard. It is. But it gets better. When you really believe in the Lord, it gets better. I'm telling you, it gets better. It gets so much better, so much peaceful. Like, I'm going to be fine. Watch. I'm going to be able to look back on these videos and just be like, I hope this is helping somebody. Just understand there's always somebody going through something way worse than you. That's why I remind myself that all the time. It's always somebody going through something way worse than you. I don't know if y'all ever seen this thing. It's called, I know I'm playing, my bad. It's this thing, it's called Born Different. And I watch it on Snapchat. And it just shows all these people that literally have gone through things, life changing things, or like born into life changes that, that alter their lives. Like, as far as like born with one limb, or born with, just like birth defects, basically. And these people are some of the most happy, humble, sweet, kind people. And a lot of them have faith. A lot of them talk about God. What's wrong with you? And you got everything that you got, both eyes, both arms, both legs, all your teeth. What's wrong with you? Why you not using them hands to put together for God? Why you not using your mouth to spread the word? Why you not, you know what I mean? I don't want to go into a tangent because I feel like I am, but just like, be grateful that you're not going through something like this. And have faith that whatever it is that you may be going through, dude, that it's going to be better. For real. That was the end of the video. And I'm over here yawning like it's only 12 in the afternoon. But if you did enjoy the video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. There is a part 2 that I can make. It's about this Muslim guy. And I guess he went to sleep or died and went to heaven. I think he died and went to heaven. I don't know. He went to sleep, same thing. It's really not. But if you did enjoy the video, if you do want to watch the next one, let me know in the comments. But be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the post notification so you know what is going on in Ray's world. Thank you so much for watching up until this point. Be sure to spread love, because it's enough evildoers in this world. And do not become a follower unless you're following Jesus. You feel me? And I'll see y'all on the next one. And I'm out. Peace.